There was a school teacher jailed there yesterday, Enoch Burke, secondary school teacher from Wilson's Hospital School in County Westmeath. He was jailed yesterday by the High Court. He's in Mountjoy prison now as I write this, or as I make this video, and he's going to be released when he purges his contempt of court or when the court makes a further order, and the case is due back before the High Court on Wednesday, that's tomorrow. There are plenty of individuals, judging from the reaction on Twitter, who see this as about free speech, the right to hold contrary views, religious beliefs, a growing liberalism in Irish society, departure from traditional values, etc., etc. You can take your pick. Take whatever ideological pick you like. But those of us who deal in facts know that this is not the case, of course. The only reason he was sent to jail to Mountjoy yesterday was because he was in willful breach of a court order. The court order was made last week on the 30th of August, and it was to run from the 30th of August to the 7th of September. For that period of time, he was not to attend Wilson's Hospital School, and he was not to try to fulfill his teaching duties, and so on and so forth. He did attend the school, Mr. Burke. He did attend the school day after day in breach of the court order. He was brought back before the High Court then yesterday, and he was given the opportunity to give an undertaking not to continue in prison. Mr. Burke went on to say in his defence, or as by way of some sort of an argument, that he couldn't go against his conscience and so on. But the judge observed that yesterday in the High Court wasn't the place to judge or to discuss or to make any arguments about what his conscience told him or about the root issue behind all of this. The judge was only concerned about, and could only be concerned about, the breach of the previous court order. He made the point, the valid point, the judge did, that the place to make arguments about Mr. Burke's views, about transgenderism, and about the school's policy, and about the school's procedures, and so on and so forth, would be at the disciplinary hearing. And there is a disciplinary hearing scheduled for the 14th of September next. He will be given the opportunity to put his version of events, his views, and so on to the Board of Management or to whoever is conducting or holding the disciplinary meeting. That's how fair procedures and natural justice works in an employment situation. However, when it comes to court orders from any court, especially the High Court, you simply cannot ignore court orders. And if you do, you're going to see the majesty of the law being visited upon you, and you're going to see the likes of Mr. Burke, or anybody else for that matter, being brought to or committed to prison until they decide to purge their contempt, or until the court makes some further order. This case is due back tomorrow in the High Court, and it's not inconceivable that Mr. Burke will be released even if he doesn't purge his contempt, because a judge may take the view that to leave him there any longer may create some sort of a victim situation around him, or may make him some sort of a martyr for any number of causes. The judge may also take the view that Mr. Burke won't be released from Mountjoy prison until he does purge his contempt by giving an undertaking to the High Court not to breach the court order, and therefore not to attend the school, Wilson's Hospital School, unless and until he's invited, perhaps as part of the disciplinary process. But you need to be absolutely clear that this man, this school teacher, is in Mountjoy prison as I make this video, not because of the views that he held, nothing to do with free speech, nothing to do with religious views or right-wing or left-wing or fascism or liberalism, none of those things. The simple reason why he's in Mountjoy prison is because a court order was made last week on the 30th of August, and Mr. Burke has been in breach of that, willfully in breach according to the judge yesterday. That's why he's in Mountjoy prison. Hope you find this video useful. If you do, I'd appreciate if you gave it the thumbs up down below. Thanks a lot.